All right, so good afternoon once again. So today we are going to start with AndroidDatePicker widget of Android applications. Already we have completed Android Seekbar in my previous class, right? We took one project based on that, and I told you how to add Android Seekbar. Before that, we have completed Android Web View. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, I hear you.
So Android Date Picker is going to help us to pick up the date, or just give you the calendar and you can pick up the date. So Android Date Picker. So first of all, let's go through the basic overview, and then I will tell you how to add Android Date Picker with an example and the steps I will be giving. And then I'm going to show you so that we can move on with the next things. It's a very simple thing how you can add it. So, but let's go through the overview first, then we'll go to the example. So Android Date Picker, it's a widget to select date simply. So it allows a user to select a date by day, month, and year. Like, for example, Date Picker Android also provides Time Picker also to select only time. So it's a widget which will help a user to select the date. So in date, if you talk about date, so everything comes in it. So for example, you need to select the day, the month, and the year. Even if you have to select the time, so it's going to also, we will have one more particular widget which is called as Time Picker, where we are going to select the time. So Android dot widget we get dot date picker is the subclass of frame layout class. That's it. So this is the basic overview. Let's go through the example. Steps are: first, we'll create a new project. With the name Android Date Picker. Secondly, we need to modify the activity main.xml, while third, we need to modify main activity .java file. That's it. Run the application and get the desired, you can say get the output. it. So let's go ahead and create a new project, and only we need to modify two things. We need to modify only two files, activity main and main activity.java file. So already the Android Studio is open for me. I will just go and create a new project with the name, which I've told you, AndroidDatePicker. And make sure Java is the language. And again, minimum SDK, I have selected Android 4.0. Finish. Needing password. All right, so this is my project. I will close the previous one. Here we go. So first of all, we'll go ahead and change modify the layout, or you can say the XML or activity file. So it's a relative layout. First of all, what we have to do is we just need to change the constant layout to relative. Here we go, that's it. And the rest of the things are same here, but inside it now, the first thing we have to do is we are going to add a text view, and width will be wrap content and height will be also wrap content. So Android ID, which is the very important thing, @ID. So that's text view first. Next thing is Android layout. Above, which is going to be @ID button 1. Android layout align parent left. So it's going to be true. Android align parent start. It's going to be true. Then Android layout margin bottom 102 from the margin, it's going to be 102 dp, and then margin left. So Android layout margin left 30 dp. Android, then we have to add margin start. So margin layout margin start. The starting margin will be also 30 dp. That's it. And Android text will be empty. I will close this. Hellos. Next, we're going to add a button. So height and width always for this is simply you can say wrap content. ID @ID, it's going to be button first. and then Android layout align. Add on the bottom. That's true. Android layout center horizontal. That's true. And then margin bottom. Margin bottom will be 20 dps. And then Android text is going to be change date. Now is the time to add the date picker. Simply, if you have to add the date picker, you will type in date and date picker will come. On both the options of this width and height, we have to use wrap content. And make sure that you are going to type in or use Android ID. Date picker is the Android ID. And then Android layout above, because we are going to link it to the above layout, which is layout ABOVE above. At the right, the text view, which is first create a text view first, and then Android layout center horizontal. It's true. And then Android layout margin bottom. It's going to be 36 dp. That's it. So with this, we are done with our activity main XML file. We added a text view with this configuration. We added a button with this configuration, or you can say attributes. We added a date picker, and date picker ID is date picker, not data picker. It's date, D-E-T, date picker, D-A-T, date picker. That's it. And now we'll move to main activity file, where we are going to implement our variables. First, we are going to define the variables. So we use date picker, so we're going to use date picker, and I'm going to define a variable called picker. Next, I use button, so I will define a variable for that. So button, display button, sorry, display date, simply, which is helping me to display the date. Then text view is used, so text view first. These are the three variables because we have added three widgets. So three variables I have defined for those three widgets based on the widget name or based on the widget class, right? So first thing, text view first is equal to simply text view Android widget, find view by ID. If you have to find the view, so simply r.id dot what's the name of the button, ID, so that's text view first, which is the ID which I have mentioned in the ID, Android ID attribute of this text view. Then picker is another variable which is equal to simply date picker, find view by ID or dot ID dot. So that's date picker will automatically come, and then lost is display date equals to display date is for button, so I'm going to use button here, and find view by ID, that's r dot ID dot, you can say button one, which I have added. That's it. And then text view first dot set text. That's current date plus get current date. Yeah, so this is the method that we have to define. Later I'm going to define it. And then display date dot set on click listener view view dot on click listener at the rate override public void on click where will you go to view, view the delta variable view, but it should come automatically. Why it didn't came? Text view first dot set text change date to get current date. It should come automatically, but it didn't. It didn't. Set on click listener. New dot that's it, and we'll come out from this. Wait a sec. So now I'm going to add this method, which is get current date. So public string get current date. String builder. I'm going to use builder object is equal to new string builder. And then builder dot wait a sec, Control X. Need to put it this outside. Yep. So builder dot append. So picker dot get month +1, and that's plus slash. So here semicolon. No, something else. Month. Okay, +1, and then close it again. Month is 0 base. And then after that, bulder builder dot append picker dot get day of the month, which is the method already there, plus /, then builder. One by one, we have to add all things using the method append, and then using the picker dot get year at lost, get year. That's it. Semicolon, and then at lost return bulder dot to string. That's it. So these are the things. First of all, we define the variables, and then we have stored the IDs in them. And then we use text sphere where we got the method get current date. It will be, called here, and also it will be called here in this on-click listener. And this is the method which is get current to date. All right. So this is it. With this, hopefully, we will be able to. There is some problem. Not an issue. We'll try to check it out. What's the issue? So we'll just go and run it using the emulator. There appears some problem. Not a statement. Builder.append get meant. Okay. +1. So builder.append picker with here. These are 2 slashes. So picker.get month plus save it, run it, tell us. turn it on, you can see here. You will get directly the date pickers. Let me get back. Get the home screen and then refresh it again. You will get the date pickers here. So you can see current date is 27/5/2020. Today's date is going to give you. So you can change it, March, April, or even you can just change the year here. Suppose that you are allowing a person to add the date of birth or add the date of, just something where you're going to add or ask a user to input the date of birth or date of joining or anything. So you can see the year here, 2000, 2018, before that, right? So these are all the things that we have added. You can then add change date. Suppose that we added 2020 and it's Wednesday 8. So Friday, May 8, change the date. It's going to change the date here. You can see 8/5/2020. If you want it to be, for example, 2019, 10th May, or you can say a different month you can go for, or just 5th of May, change the date. It's going to change the date. Okay, got it? That's how we can add an Android date picker. Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
So with this, we have completed our Android date picker example. So once again, we have just modified two files, activity main and main activity Java file. Here I added the widgets button. You know how to edit. This is the main thing that we have added date picker here, and main activity Java is here. So we added 3 widgets, 3 variables I have defined. Then to get them using the IDs, those IDs which we have defined here. That's how we just store them here in the variables. And then text2.setText, get current date, which is the method here. And in this also, on click listener, it's going to call this method and you'll get the output as expected. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
So that's about what you call it, how to add Android date picker.